Next fight, we got a striker versus grappler matchup with Rodolfo Vieira taking on Armen Petrosyan. Rodolfo Vieira, obviously four-time world champion in jiu-jitsu. Armen Petrosyan, long kickboxer. And that's how they're going to really stylistically clash in this fight. I mean, we're going to see who's going to be able to implement their game plan. I feel like Rodolfo Vieira, his last fight was really bad, man. It looked like he regressed a little bit in that fight. Went in there with, my opinion, one of the lesser guys in the division who I guess has good wrestling. Maybe that's what threw him off, but Vieira got dropped early and eventually he was able to sweep when he got dropped, and Brundage went on top of him and he took the back and he ended up getting the finish, or I think it was an arm triangle. It was one of the two. He ended up getting on top and submitted him somehow or another. And but Vieira, obviously, if he can get you connected on the ground, the guy's a beast. I mean, if he can get attached to you, if he can get to the back, if he can get to a dominant position, I mean, you see how big he is for the weight. And then he has that world-class technique on the ground as well, so he could just finish you with many different ways. And he has gotten tired going for finishes and kind of gassing himself out. Well, we've seen at this point that Anthony Hernandez is no joke. I mean, that guy is incredible cardio, and he was able to just outlast Vieira there and ended up submitting him. But Vieira, if he can get to the clinch or get in on the legs with his double leg, I think he can take Petrosyan down potentially. And we've seen other opponents of Petrosyan get to the back or get into these positions where if Vieira gets there, he could potentially capitalize and get the finish. So Petrosyan has to have his wrestling defense even more on point, has to be even sharper with his submission defense if he does get taken down. But on the feet, Vieira has a good jab, and I feel like he's improved his composure a little bit. But like I said, he regressed a little bit to me in the stand-up in his last fight. And Petrosyan, he isn't a super powerful striker, but he's a good point fighter. He's someone that works the jab. He'll try to pull you into some straight punches. Throws a lot of kicks. He could throw a lot of variety of different kicks. He could throw kicks with both legs, the lead leg and the rear leg. And he has good footwork. He can move around well, pretty evasive. His cardio's on point. And he's shown that even though his takedown defense isn't that great, he could scramble back up to his feet if he gives the back. Even when he gave the back to good grapplers like Gregory Rodriguez, like Kyle Barallo, he was able to stay safe. So I think that he has proven certain things in the grappling. It's just if he gets taken down or gives his back someone like Vieira at that level, is it going to be the same outcome? I don't really know. I could see Petrosyan maybe getting finished against Vieira if he allows those same positions to happen. So Petrosyan just has to be sharp. He has to be on point. Has to control the distance, be moving a lot, try to avoid grappling or wrestling at all costs, and get Vieira tired, beat him up, and then knock him out. So I think Petrosyan has that capability. And I'm going to lean towards Petrosyan getting the victory. It's just I think that there is certain scenarios where Vieira can go in there and get the submission as well. So I like this fight. I think that stylistically both guys have path to victory, but I'm going to go with Armen Petrosyan to get the win.